All right, so this will be the Defiled Chalice, everyone's favorite. This one will introduce, if you haven't seen it before, the in the layer 2, it's called the doll strat. We'll build up our beast blood pellet on the doll, enter the chalice. Normally you won't be able to pop a pellet while you already have a pellet, but going from the dream to the world, it gives you the ability to use the pellet again. So we kind of use that to our advantage. But for the first layer, let's run straight in. Grab the lamp, go to the door. We're gonna go up to the right, run along this wall, watch out for fireballs. Just watch out for fireballs, go all the way down. Sometimes those can go around like the pillar there. Just go in this door on the far left, and hang a right. And pop an elixir here. And just kind of sneak your way in. Grab the lever. 3 bullets. Mark out. Not much item gathering in the Defiled. Let's pretty much get the lever and fight the boss. Then let's run straight across. Coming up is the Keeper of the Old Lords again. So like first time, we are going to switch to our +0 pistol, because we're going to do a lot of parrying. This one's a little bit more complicated because it takes longer. And if you parry and visceral her, you may get to see it in this video when we push her to the door. She can, if you visceral her near a pillar or like a wall, she will get shot up into the ceiling. And I found a spot where she does come down most of the time. If she does that, unfortunately, you're probably gonna need to mark out and just reset the fight. We're just gonna go in and you'll see, I kind of try to keep her straight in line. And I try to get her to the exit door. I didn't think I was gonna get that parry. That's good. Okay, so we're just gonna try to keep her going straight to the fog wall. Straight to the fog wall is our goal. Also, move we want to do. Remember, the gun interrupts pretty much interrupts everything. So she'll come out of viscerals with that move, but you can also interrupt her to cause it. So you might see her here. Yep, she only went up a little bit, so we're good. We're good. So trying to transition. We said nah. So she didn't go up at all. That's really good. Perfect, and that's how it's done. Just like that. Alright, let's run straight ahead to go to layer 2. Grab the lamp, and we're gonna go, if you run across straight, this is kind of like an elevator, it does go up. So if you want to like avoid not falling or getting on a different layer, just go around that. We're gonna go through this door here, straight ahead. There's a group of enemies, a mob of enemies walking around. And there they are on the left, so they're not coming up the stairs. So we're just gonna go ahead and go. Go straight. Then we're gonna go straight and to the left. Go up these stairs. Go through this door. You can grab this item if you want. It's some bone marrow ash. It is useful. Enemy on the left here. Come back to this door. And here, we're just going to let this elixir wear off because we're going to use another one. We're gonna use the elixir and then Punji the stairs. And then we're gonna mark out. So is that crazy madman guy? We're gonna let him fall. Watch out for this gunman. He can start pointing at you. He didn't bother. But just watch out for him. You could try to knock him off with like a thrust attack, but he can shoot. Just be ready to roll that if you need to. All right, we're gonna go in and open the boss gate so we don't waste time. Remember, we are gonna go back to the dream and do a setup for Watchdog of the Old Lords round 2. So we just want two beast blood pellets and a bolt paper for this fight, because we're going to use one in the dream, use one at the beginning of the fight, as well as the bolt paper at the beginning. When you put your Defiled Chalice down, just make sure you remember where it is before you do this, so you don't like run through the wrong one. Ours is this one here. And so what I'm going to do, just to be safe, I'm just going to get rid of everything. So I already have 2 beast blood pellets and a bolt paper. And so what we're going to do is, first of all, put the stamina rune on. We don't do any viscerals. So we're going to put the stamina rune on because we want it for like the limb break cycle. And so we'll pop our pellet. Do some R1 L1s. A lot of people don't like when I do this strat, but you'll thank me later when you see how well it works. I didn't come up with this, just to be fair, but I did want to test it out once I figured out, or once I found out that this was a thing. So full pellet, get our weapon out, run to the chalice. Remember, it's up straight to the right, so you don't waste your pellet. And so we're going to start the fight with like a half-ish pellet by the time we get there, and then we're going to reset the clock. So we're already going to start the fight with a half pellet and then a full, 45 seconds or whatever it is. So we're going to go up and to the right. Straight ahead. So more than a half. So you might just kind of have to watch this back. What I do here, I'm not going to try to explain it. And there you have it. Things you want to watch out for, though, at the end. You could do a different move. You just want to be careful. You don't want to be super greedy. It's okay to fight phase 2. You just kind of bait out some head slams and break his head and finish him off. But you can see with that strat, even if we didn't get the 1 cycle, he would go into phase 2 with barely any health, like just a few more hits. And there you go. We are done with that. So we want to put all of our equipment back on. And so for the final layer, we're going to elixir for this first room. There is a keeper and dogs. So go out and go to the left and just kind of mind your business. We're going to run up to this middle room here. Take a right. That's all you can do. Drop down. Don't do a plunge attack on this guy. Drop down and then kill him. Because you have such a cooldown, he can get up and start like attacking from your plunge cooldown. So I always drop down and then I start attacking them because there's no cooldown on that. So you see there's a bunch of rats. They're all kind of grouped together there now. So this is perfect. You know, they can kind of sometimes see you. Just be careful. Alright. For Defiled Amy, I don't buff because it gets wasted. It's going to be a slow fight. And you'll kind of see the so-called strat, but I feel like my buffs get wasted. It used to be a waste of resources. It's a little chaotic. So again, maybe one of those fights you come up with something better, more comfy for you. Maybe you know this fight really well. But we're just going to be baiting out like slams and things where we can break her head and get a lot of damage in. Maybe use some bone marrow ash to help shoot on the head. We're just going to kind of just... That. Oh, R1, L1 on the hands. Maybe we'll get some good RNG. Or not. It might be a while. I'm not getting any good attacks here. Nothing good here, Amy. That's good. She hasn't given us the headshot move yet. There we go. You can do R1, L1, R1. And just get out of the way. That one you can get a headshot in. See, we're barely kind of just dwindling the HP down. But luckily we can kind of loop her in the final phase. That's basically what we're trying to do here. Yeah, we're not really getting good moves here. There we go. We could use some ash here to help us out if we really wanted to. But she does heal her limbs eventually. We can shoot the head down. This is gonna be the longest part of the video. I'm dead. Oh, that was close. So a little phase transition here. Broke the arm a bit. Throwing up a little bit. head break. Get the charge R2 in there. Get the visceral. And we got final phase. Perfect. So we're just gonna go hug up in here, get her the jump. We're just gonna charge R2. Jump. Charge R2. Jump. Charge R2. That's why she can do like some stop moves here. Like that. You want to be aware of those. So don't be super greedy down here. You don't do much damage down here anyways. And there you go. Quick and painless. Definitely not long at all. Sure, there's way better ways of doing it. That's how I feel comfortable. As chaotic as it seems. So we'll head back. And we want to get ready for lower Lauren. We do need to buy some Ritual Blood 5s. We're going to remove the Defiled Chalice. So we're going to buy some Ritual Blood 5s. We need 5, so we need 9. Yeah, so we need 5. 240k. That's why we're holding on to our echoes. Anything else you might need? Bone Marrow Ash we already have. You could buy some fire papers. We do need them. You could also get them from the Insight store. Let's see. Our setup for this, we do want 2 elixirs, which we have none. Any pungies? I had a pungies. 2 and 6. So that's what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's what I have. 2 and 6. And then we do want to get a couple like Beast Blood pellets. So we'll go ahead and use like some Great Wisdom. We'll be fine later on. Because we do want to use... That's what? 1, 2, 3 pellets for this one. Okay. And so now we should be set for Lower Lauren.